What's up, beautiful people? It's Friday. Whoop whoop. Finally made it through the week. Week went by actually relatively fast, which is a nice change of pace, honestly. So, yay. It is a casual Friday for me. As you can see, I'm just wearing my cool little Chicago sweatshirt, some jeans, and some white sneakers. Been a little bit on the chillier side lately. We got spoiled with a couple 60-degree days, and it's not over yet. If you know anything about Michigan weather, it is an absolute tease during this time period. So one day it could be 60, 65 degrees. The next day it's literally snowing and ice rain. So keeps you on your toes, that's for sure. Only thing is you're not totally sure how to dress for the day sometimes. So layers is always the best route to go. So I've got a big old winter coat on. Got my sweatshirt on so I can always pop this coat off, and still be relatively warm without sweating. So yeah, because I'm a smelly sweater, big time. I've got some armpits that be stinking pretty hard. I actually bought at one point this charcoal underarm detox stuff, and I left it at my grandparents in my move, unfortunately, but that stuff worked really nicely actually. So yeah, definitely recommend if you got some smelly pits, check that stuff out, give it a go. It helps. Got a hair appointment today, so I'm gonna take my lunch, go get that done finally. So I'm really excited about it. It's been a little while, so always good to get a refresh. I do actually need to go get my nails done again, but I'm kind of holding off, I think, for a little bit, just because again, I haven't been making very good money at work lately, and all those extra things that I traditionally like to do, those add up very, very quickly. I have a lot more bills now that I've got my own place, so trying to be responsible, trying to be, cautious on everything, because, the place is obviously more important than my nails, so yeah. Yeah, so I did close a deal yesterday, but unfortunately, even though I did close it, she ended up messaging me later and said, hey, we went to a dealership, we actually test drove this vehicle, and we don't like it, turns out. And I'm just like, man, that frickin' sucks, because we did all this work, we got, the banks involved, did all this stuff, and then for us to finalize everything yesterday, run the deposit finally, and then later be ooh, actually we changed our mind. So I'm gonna have to see what we could do with that, see if we can pivot into a different vehicle. I did get a glance at an email she sent me later. I haven't fully opened it up, but you know how your notifications will pop up and give you a glimpse of things. I saw that she emailed me, and now we're talking about a Kia Soul. What she put a deposit on is a Chevy Traverse. She put a deposit on a Chevy Traverse LT leather. Very nice car, panoramic sunroof, heated seats, super nice vehicle. And now what they're talking about is a Kia Soul S, which is a base model Kia Soul. These are totally opposite vehicles, entirely opposite vehicles. So I'm okay, but I don't know. We're not dead in the water yet, so I'm gonna have to get into that, see what we could do, and we're gonna have to get into financing again and do it all over. So it is what it is, but at least we're not dead. So yeah. Yeah, this weekend I'm gonna be hanging out with my girl Kristen. We're gonna do a little bit of lunch at Noodles and Company. I've never been there before, so I'm very excited about that. And we haven't hung out for a handful of weeks, so it'll be nice to touch base with her. And then I've got a really exciting thing happening the same day around 3 o'clock. I am doing a in-depth birth chart and astrology reading with a woman named Sonia. She is a guest host on my friend Kenny's podcast very often, and she is very in-depth, very educated, very knowledgeable, and I am really, really looking forward to that consultation. It's been a while since I've had a proper consultation, so I don't know. I kind of feel like I need to do it. I've been kind of feeling like my soul needs to do it, just to kind of realign myself, get back on track, because I have not been feeling in alignment as much lately. So, and that's just kind of a crappy feeling. It's weird. I feel like there's been these long periods actually where I've been super in tune, super on the ball, going with the flow. Everything's working the way that it's supposed to, how I need it to, and everything's great. And then I'm just hitting a wall, just boom, out of nowhere, just hitting a wall, and I'm just not feeling like I'm in my higher self. I'm sitting in my lower self, and that's a really crappy place to be. I don't like being there. So I know that it's important to embrace your shadow side and work with those energies and everything, but I wanna stay high vibing. Absolutely. So yeah. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. You guys are absolutely wonderful. You mean the absolute world to me. Thanks so much for taking the time out of your busy, busy days just to see what I have going on. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Leave a nice comment. Let me know what you guys got planned for this weekend. All right, guys. Love you. Bye-bye.